Sanje Shudon Soji Chansho Bado Dani
Jazoje, Daji Chuni, Jive Sono,
Rola Pinche Sanje Nukoro Sanje Shudon Soji Chansho Bado Dani Dagi Shushe Jive Sono Rola Pinche Sanje Nukoro Masija Tamaje Shudon Dozobe Sanje Shikopon Tobaja De Shoda Tambe Chunamba Tabasen Yambe Kolon Janshi Sermushe Leva Set on San Barashu.
Please attend to teaching to the correction of the problem motivation. That is a strong decision to attain the state of enlightenment in order to benefit all sentient beings. For that very end or the purpose, then one should listen and listen to teachings.
Tasenje Chu de Laya Jirin Pamu Nejo Juji Zorin Za Omen Nanjuni Yodan Nejo Juji Gitela Gubang Hande Nijin Kasan Shutari.
So now the teachings which we are about to receive here, now in the 11 yogas of the Vajra that we have discussed up to the 9th one, mental and verbal recitation. And second, now the completing stages, teachings on the central Sushma.
Nande Yeni Nani Chan, Yeni de Pen Show you Sungayori. Long zooms, Simkidu Sebe, Martin and Miba and Deba Yinza, Deba Yahu Yimundadua.
It is said between the mental and the verbal recitation, the mental recitations are extremely inspiring or full of blessings and inspiration, in a sense that when you hold your mind there and then concentrate your mind on the syllable letters around, I think that's the part of the reason why we say it is very important mental recitation.
Tatela Nande Shajun Zori Niche, Tingibado, Susun Dudu in the Masheba Jetoni Auyori.
Now the verbal recitation and those two zogrims which follow it and mental recitation, if you can, and without missing any one of them, that will be very helpful for you.
Degola Chunjun Babne, Dewada, Sane Labo Sajada, Medoba Jendon Dewa, Dewajin no Sane Labo Siadi. Chunjung Gile Yokengi, Najuma Chua Joda. Najuma Chua Genera, Pavi Genera, Uge Pavi Deda, Dewa Domuni, Kadu Kevachon Tindriver. Tajima Sane support Sane Zangugi Ut, Kadu de la Paidi, Chunjungi, the Kero Chena, and the net of the Kevachon.
So I told you earlier that you can lower the Chunjung at the level of your navel if you choose to, if you are mainly interested for the mitopa, which meant here I'll translate literally mitopa as non-conceptual, and if you choose to develop mainly the bliss, then you can further lower the Chunjung down to the secret organ. So the place where you can have the right placement of the Chunjung should be just at the level of spot where we have the red spot at the navel, red spot or that red creative energy, and at the secret organ, then where we have the bliss chakra, that if you could have the Chunjung right at that spot, that will be real helpful.
Tadi Gubache, Tachuba, Sami chapter, Tomo Imanichi, Tiparatela, or Choga Chin the Mudracha, the Boru Kegyo. Chogay Chin de la, Tini Juji Chin Yores, Kasan Shoimba.
So, now, the 10th yoga, inconceivable yoga. I told you earlier it has two sections, common and uncommon. And now before we discuss about the inconceivable yoga, now here we introduce ourselves to the 4 Qing or the binds of the rituals, the factors in the rituals. And I told you yesterday that there are 14 tinis or the 14 factors.
Tedijo Zajuge, Chin Juji de la, Gudan Chajanga la so, Shirayan la Pubu Kur, Alikali Shejun, Joso Tumba Kondo, Jova Dalla Soba, Chise Dube Judem, Duzichan Sinja Nyangenda. Labe Cheba Ongro, Kocha Chimbo Yanda Sohana Gonji Cheba Jasia Tiri, CJ Daji, the Chen Yalangi, Tali Yoyu. Gola Nyanda down the Dujan Siadiori. Shanla Kudan Chajangala Society, Chajangala Society, Tujun Daji, Jebe, Wushuni Yobadi, Yabujiman, Shemogori. Tishena, Daji Jeba Nukensola, Tini Juji Sandiori. Kojeba Imbe Jago Chodiori. Ting Choro and Pen Show, and they in Sambachona, that Ranga Solo Sonia Machovache. Yawujin Dungi or the Kari Machemache. And Sonia Macho just Muyori. Nobru Shibuji Susan Yaju and the Kunya Machovache, Kada Kabajondu, and the Palace of the Jiroyori.
So now those 14 tini, as I told you yesterday, that thingy, I'll leave that term in Tibetan, or we'll just use the factor as temporarily here, 14 factors. So in the beginning of your sadhana, you'll find the list of the 11 yogas, and towards the end of your sadhana, you'll find those 14 factors or the 14 thinis, which are direct quote from the root Tantra of the Heruka, where it begins like the dressing and 5 mudra and so on, and that it is really important for us to know throughout that what materials we have with us, that to be able to understand what kind of treasure we do possess or we are in possession of right now. Otherwise, if we do not understand what we have got, then it will be like a gem, having a precious gem, and at the real time we need could turn itself into just a breath if we do not understand what we have. So it is really important to educate ourselves and know that what materials we have got.
That good and Chajanga la so damuj good and Chajanga is Mala so betini de la good said to Kolokoya dire, ready in a cookie gator la ya cookie gator de la wasana siori. Sunday Gala.
So now as we're discussing the first line in that which counts the 14 tini or the 14 factors, it begins dressing and 5 mudra and so on. Now the dressing or dress. So the Sanskrit term for that is vasana.
Jesse Radio Kadani Tavnala Yudu Meza Wasai Swasudon, Wasasu Kolo Purge. General Kugi mean the Wasana Siguri.
As you might remember during your 5 puja, that when you offer the cloth or the dress, you drop 2 scarves into the fire and say Vandavasai Soha. So the vasana is the term for the dress or cloth.
Wasana de Kuda ne nila jewelry. Tunda Niki Miri. So
So whereas Vasana, if we try to the meaning-wise it has two connotations. The one is that cloth, and other way of interpreting it meant place. So it can mean at this point it is best for us to understand as the location, the place, rather than dress. So let's translate this as the location.
Tenzara susu drupa nyamne cheyage ne de parche meba sangi singi chyo kamshu anjo sabu nye goken chadang monsun hongen direge kale kabu mayimba ne ambu jibu simita tonba chowa nye laba dogu ze labu be dosabe ne de yagoju gogu yore serita.
So location where we are going to do our practices should be very comfortable and peaceful, and where there aren't many people who wouldn't leave you alone, or who would give you a hard time and so on. Very peaceful, and where there are not too much of the legal problems, or where you could easily get into trouble with law and so on. So a place where it is very suitable, where the quietude rules.
Whereas in
terms of the residence, if you say residence or the place, or in terms of the deity, then that is the Chunjung, right? Whereas for us as a beginner practitioner, then that is our Dukang, or our hermitage, our place where we do our practice.
Chajanga la sosa chajanga de kasankaji shevima oje nyeje ngoje sereka dobu otije chajanga re chajanga bode ngo chune re inde daje nobato gongja de dengal de chajanga ije chenjoje tadeba shik rodengal de gube tsure.
So now, as it says here, 5 mudras, or the chakdanga, and so on. The 5 mudra, that is, as I explained earlier, those 5 bone ornaments, like for instance, the crown chakra, and then those 5 skulls, or crown, then earrings, necklace, and then the bracelets, and those 3 sets counted as 1, and sireka, and so on, those 5. And if possible, we can, if we have a set that's helpful, and we're supposed to wear them, and for instance, like sit on a corpse as a cushion, then we are supposed to do our practice.
Doji tribu, Dongching, Changdiu, Lugi Jenja, Kajanga, and Kangala Tengri, Nenjuku Yojet, Kangamajo, Remu Tija, Yagduma Tisa, Remu Tija, Mila Madema, Torura, Chushana Jina June, Tinyagori, Mosuguya, the Doji tribu Gori.
So, as it says here, the 5 mudras and so forth. Now, what so forth includes here are, for instance, like the Vajra, Bell, Kadvanga, and the Changdu. There's a special kind of Damaru, and all of those are the items which we need. In short, all the yogic materials, all the yogic materials, we need them, and as you see, that these days we keep them at least in the form of picture, and you might have seen that they keep them in a thermal closet, and keep them in a thermal closet, and to at least have them in a picture form. And what we actually need with us is at least a set of the Vajra and Bell.
도시 저번에 상황 도와 다 매전 소녀 그래. 대바 도시 저 종변 소금 걸이 야부 쉬 그래.
So that I think since our pictures are real cheap and available easily, I hope every one of you have that. And Bell and Vajra are also getting very popular, and also you get quite a big hit on your head with the high prices.
아니 내는 지기요. 다들 세네데 어제데 춘중의 공주래. 재산 지기도 자장하시다 공부에 공부래. 춘중 나라에 다 공부 인사. 데 너무 그다 자장하러 소리 연락 찍지야.
And so in terms of the location, as we discussed earlier, that we do have all of them present in our practice, since that we visualize the location, for instance, residence, that's the Chunjung. Whenever we visualize the deity, we do visualize the residence, Chunjung, and so on. So we found that out of those 14, we have the first two together.
싫어연라 부부 구루스노 싫어연라 시야디 안들 찾아머리.
So now the second one, it says in second line, the prajnani or the wisdom part, and so that meant chakyama or the mudrani, you know.
루케게 간사들라 간사리 거셔지오래. 간사가 저 르무치다비 그자 있는니 타마 루바제베 공제되는르베 란다랑기 찾아마 베메 냥들르베 루바냐네 제네 산제고래. 르무치다비 간사 쳬들라 산제켄레. 데네 르무치다비 간사 멤버스니 내가 제 레지 찾아마다 냥들 루바 제네 다 메자르이니 요래 데메네레 간다리 임베 르마솜베 세외지리 메커 견자라 아니 뭐지 찾아면 된사 레버리 싫어해라 스티제 다 뇌도 지기는 아주 단데 싫어해라 생인데 뇌도데 대동이 싫어 랑게 찾아마데 동반에서 고고를
so now the 찾아 SSS share as the const to be understood for the mudrani or the mudra. So thus, our candidate who are going to do the practice, as they are of all kinds, the candidate or practitioner who is a precious jewel type. Them from the beginning, and those are the candidates who are going to attain the state of enlightenment in this very life, and they maintain their practice with their concept or the chakya or the prajnani. And whereas for the others, the after attainment of the Tsem or the isolation of the mind upon the third stage, then one cultivates the concept of the prajnani. Whereas here, what we really should understand is the definitive prajnani, which is the bliss and void, or the here voidness. The voidness itself is the definitive prajnani.
찾아면 돼야 그거 대화 집에 타버려 대화 동방에 대동게 타버려 대장에도 때와 잖아 뭐 잡는데 좀바지게 조가 가발레레다 대동게 시시게 지 semba 그거데 어다 늘 싫어게 연락해야 돼 연락에 가가지시 많이 군이지 싫어 연락해야 돼 싫어게 된다데 대동이스베 이히 semba 제고고요 대동 상동고 연락해야 돼 말아서 내주마 공도 랑 사무라바 사무이자 라물에 찾아마 가요 요 말과 매바 인자 연락해도 양 여를 야고네 내주면 여기서 가정 같아 어디 싫어 연락 대도 고고래 싫어 연락이야
So now as told earlier that here the definitive is the bliss and void, that we began our practice with the bliss and with that place understanding on the emptiness, that we carried out that wisdom of bliss and void, that non-duality or inseparability of bliss and void. We maintain that wisdom throughout our practice, from beginning till end. With the touch of that wisdom on non-duality of bliss and void, we maintain the continuity of our practice. So, and also I told you that definitive concept or the biryani is voidness. And as it says here, biryani and the part, that part here is to understood that since Vajra Yogini herself is in a female form, so part meant the so part here is to be understood for the Kadwanga, that which she carry. So in short, that what we really need for our practice is the bliss and void, and beginning to the end, that we try to carry on our practice with the touch of the bliss and void throughout. So it shows the need for the bliss and void from beginning to the end. So now the as it says, now next is pack and the tent. The pack, right? Pack that which we hammer to hold the pack. It's a pack. Yeah, peg. Peg and tent. So we have that, like when we visualize the protection wheel, protection fence, and canopy of the Vajra tent. So along with it, we also don't visualize the pig and the pig, but we recite the mantra or the Om Suman and so on, right? And we do all of those. And in short, the beginning to the visualization of the complete mantra and all those, that is fulfilled for having this part.
Pupu kurje. Ta ali kali shi ju ninsa nuwa yala jiba ali yala ngaba kali yala ali siya de ta ngazu kaji daje lama salu donda. Sungu doji ko jo chosa dan jeba ma zo chani ta ne yore. Tombe ngale e ninsa chani chunjung na do dawa ji ya chore.
So now the fourth ali, or the vowels. Speaking of the vowels, it says that if you go over your sadhana, you will find from this double syllable letter e, there appears a mundesk, right? If you remember that.
Ali ngon dawa jeba da te ali ka yelari. Kali ngo la yang seji chingwa. Kali ke tenye de seje ji ngo o dire. Seje ji yigili jebe chunjung da. Nga ching ma bu ko ya dire. Tenyi je ya de ali da we jinggo ji ding do pa nere ali da we jinggo je ya de che. Kali le da je ya de on suma ma do yo ma de on suma ba ali seje yigili ba ye che ne kali ali che 이거 손주 손이 제주제 그래서 쉐이바 더나 상디요리 제가 알리칼리니게다 되냐디 알렌다베 친구다 가르차 매용이 시제 갈릴레 마르차 냐냐 이시제 아니고 되리. 대다지 코로나 더다 성요.
So now the next is consonants. Speaking of the consonants, fifth, I think. Now that is also present there, like we had, as you remember, we had syllable letters, right? Of these 32 mantra with these 32 syllable letters, and when we broke them, they're into 40 syllable, and at the part, making them part into vowels and consonant, we broke them into 80 and so on. Now, at that point, from the moon disk and so on, generation of the mirror-like wisdom, and from the consonants and the redness of the moon disk, the equalizing wisdom. So in that, because of that presence of consonants there, so the parts of the consonants are also present in this practice.
조소 동박 혼조와 서로와 혼조이자 딩해리 야래요. 딩해란다와다 친주마제 공라 알리칼리마제 공라 쇼나다 냐담베서 소바 이만고 하서 동예 공부래. 조소 동바사 조소수 조동바데고 도방 오도마수 나타고송들이. 제가 방이디야 미미바체니 동예 고야 되래. 조소 동바스 나타고송 조동바고 나바타고 동바 마스다 Tsema meba, ngō tōmba te tōmba nye, debu tōmba te, nōba meba je, jure ngō chū sōng rāshī je mā rūwa tōmba nye gōyā te, tā chua chūgō lam shī gō tōnyē gōmba te re.
So now,
jū sō tōmba gōng rō wās, tōnyē gōng sā ni shīn nā dāwā tāng kāchīng chē gō rō wā, sī ngō lā tōnyē gōng chē, jū sō tōmba gōng rō wā chē wā re.
So in the next line it says that being preceded by the cause and so on empty, cause and so on empty. So it meant like the meditation on the three doors or liberation. That is the meditation on emptiness, and that we already did before that moon disk and so on. That is our meditation on the emptiness during our taking of the Dharmakaya as path. At that time, we had those meditation on the emptiness. For instance, the meditation on the emptiness of its cause is identity, emptiness of the result, and so on. So that is present too.
Ju so tomba se de, ju debar madruba de tsema meba. So gong na la ngo debar madruba tomba nye. Debu demar madruba meba mebas, tomba nye tsema meba meba mebas, nata go sung dosre.
So the cause and so on, empty, right? As it says, the cause, because of the its cause itself being devoid of inherent existence, the signless, because of its identity itself lack of inherent existence, voidness, because of the result itself being lack of inherent existence, the member as wish, without wish or void of wishing, or the member. So those are the three.
Ta yine nata gusundi yabo shen wore, tati tsita jen yore, mazo, tabdi lab shabare. Tabdi bure ma to shen tos rigi yo mare. Yargi lagen tinzen wada ke shalamasun. Rejita tinde rebati ine sid lagen yo buyundu. Tinde bure jo tomba ngo tomba debu tomba sun nata gusun jaya de rejita rebati tos rigi yo mare sigri ta picha na to na.
So this is our prior to the others. We had already done the meditation on the emptiness, right? So that is fulfilled, or that's complete. Now these three words, as we said just now, the emptiness of the cause, identity, and result, and though it is a fact, it's correct, But in terms of the wording, where we word or label, there's again a little bit the marib, which means that little bit they're uncomfortable to say that way because of some word catchy words.
There's a Maria,
So they're a little bit catchy about the words, where they are worded, where they are labeled. I think in this whole hall, I can see one person who understands it. There's a Jishi in front of me.
Taya Trasa Les on the Trasa Vichas, Sevu Shagri, Shaji Yori, Lamanjuvale, Shea Yomare, Lamanjuva Chirimbasula. Tati Tanda, the dogs of Masha and Mendikenchi, Shea Nania, to Sergei dogs of Mendiken. I changed Dagwari, Ben Tanga Sevu Pekuto Shaggy.
So it is very important, like in the monasteries, there are lots of those who study, they do know, and every one of them know. Otherwise, there are not many of the others, monks may not also know it. But since it is very important that I will try to give you an illustration about that.
Nyugu Yoro Abena, Jamba, Nyuya Jinwa Joro, Kola Ju, Sun Dover Sun Juri, Jangway Jinwa, the current Nyugu Koral Chajan, Nyugu Moje. Tan Nyugu Delea, Nimachida Shani, Devu Miwadi, Nyugu Devuche.
So a shoot, let's take a shoot as example, or seedling. The seed is cause, and the seedling or the shoot itself is identity, or the ngowo. I translated identity from Tibetan word ngowo, which is sometimes translated as nature. Here as identity or the ngowo, and the harvest it which crop which it bears later, that is the result. So all composite phenomena that which are subject to the birth and decomposition, they have these three factors or three features. That is the cause and the nature or identity or the ngo and the result.
Ya nyugu korang gi jun sabyon de on de jigen sabyon korang ngoje sabyon gi juji yore ti juji sabyon gi debu nyugu de kuin debu re ta sul cha ja ne ngema de jo korang ngo de joma de debu ja de genere de sunda jile cha ja de haji ba sung je ne de je ju ga junde sung ja dang ten de ba.
But relative or compared or relative to this cause seed itself, again, each cause becomes its cause, is cause, and the seed itself is its identity, and the seedling becomes its result, and that goes with any singular item of the composite phenomena. On its own, it becomes the identity, and its cause becomes its cause, and whatever result it bears goes as its result, right? Is forthcoming.
Tsema meba sudu, nyugu ju dema maduba de nyugu tiki tsema meba che. Debu dema maduba meba meba nyugu ki debu. Tondo rupu te miyu ya te, dema maduba nyugu tiki mebe li ya wari te tiri kuyo ma re. Nyugu tiki tsema meba, meba, tumba nye sunja lo, nyugu tonye yingu kore. Nyugu de ju dema maduba, ju yi tonye re ma doba chigi, nyugu tonye ma re. Nyugu drebu demar maduba, nyugu drebu tonye re madu, te nyugu tonye mare. Jezan chun shimbu yo, te lalabdang.
So our problem we are saying, now as we said, the void of inherent existence of each cause. For now, our illustration example was seedling, right? The seedling. Now it's a seedling. The void of inherent existence of its cause, being signless, and the identity, the void of inherent existence of identity itself, the voidness, and void of inherent existence of its result, the without wish or member. Now those all three should be the emptiness of the seedling, or emptiness of the seedling or that shoot. But whereas the void of inherent existence of cause and its signlessness, now that becomes the voidness of the each cause, that is the seed which has already preceded. So thus that whereas the voidness of these all three we should be able to establish these all three features of the voidness upon the single shoot or the seedling itself.
That's all the Nyogu Koran Deva Maruva Koretoni Range. Tan Yogu Julie Chivarova, Nyogu Julie Chiva Inza, Nyogu Demar to Julie Michiva Asivorta, Nyogu Julie Chijan Demar to Julie Michiva de Kuraktonia, Nyogu Judemar Maruva Juyutoni Resgrita, Kuni Cheo.
So now what we should be able to try to say is that the seedling itself, being lack of inherent existence, is the voidness of the seedling, right? But seedling not being the result or not being the generation forth from the truly existence cause is the voidness of the seedling. Whereas the seedling being the result of the lack of inherent existence cause is not the voidness of the seedling, because that becomes the voidness of its cause, but not the voidness of itself.
Taga naji nyugu drevu chigre, korale nima cheda shayung chaya yordan, drevu chigre di kuin drevu rashi maru demar maru ba drevu tonye reba, ta korangi ono tonye drevu tola kana shagore Nyugu drevu chigre di demar druba drevu chigma reja, nyugu demar druba drevu mikiwa di nyugu mamba meba asya.
So that the seedling not bearing a inherently existent result is the lack of inherent existence of the result of that seed. So seed shoot or the seedling, and that is the without wish or the inherent lack of inherent existence of the result of the seedling. Whereas the lack of the inherent existence of this each result does not become the voidness of that shoot or the seedling, since lack of the inherent existence of each result is the voidness of a separate entity, that is the voidness of each result, not the voidness of the seedling. So not bearing inherently existent seedling not bearing the inherently existent result is the lack of inherent existent not bearing the seedling not bearing the inherently existent result is the voidness of the shoot or that seedling, is the voidness, or without seed, without wish, named after it, without wish.
Yes, sir.
The truth. Nyugu tembo tu revu miji wo kora.
Nyugu revu chigre de dema tu revu miji wa de meba meba se. Nyugu juli su chigi wa de dema tu juli miji wa de sema meba. Tu sha yung de ani chig din dhiyo re.
So if you could say, you know, that the seedling, okay, not being caused by or not born from the inherently existent cause is the voidness of the seedling. Seedling not bearing the inherently existent result is the voidness of the seedling. Whereas the seedling, the voidness of the each result, the voidness of each result where it is worded in the three doors, right? Where it is worded like the lack of inherent existence of cause, identity, and result. If you say like that, then they become the impermanence, so voidness of three items, separate items. Whereas to be able to protect yourself so that you won't be crushed down by those debaters, then we have to protect ourselves in such a manner. Then they won't be able to put you down. Otherwise, you know, those who are trained in debate, they won't, excuse me, shut up. They will just, so, what? So, now, as we said, that cause or voidness of the cause, identity or nature, and the result, right? Now, the cause we said signless, right? The being void of inherent existence of cause, and in bracket we had the signless, Tsem or Meva, without sign or signless. So sign is of two kinds. The sign that with which we can induce a reason, or sign which bear a result. So in this case, sign which bear a result.
Jula Kale Jadia, then Devula Yemenchur, Devuja Ayonsan Kale Jane, Devula Yemenchur. Maranzo Gumja, Chu, Kaleja, Shitachi, Yabuja Ayonsan, Devula Yemenchur.
So we said the lack of inherent existence of the result, and in bracket we did use the word without wish or wishless. Or that, why do we practice so hard that we wish for something, right? We aspire for something.
When
the businessman runs around all day and night, they have a wish for a profit.
Other Dumejira Ayonsa, Dubuchi, New York, Tavishi Redigo, Debu, Miguel Jugan Debu, Dumechi Ayonsa, Revoche Deori. There's a reboot in the wood memory, Jul Beaga Imbadi.
So, our indulgence in the 10 non-virtuous activities and being preoccupied in involvement with the 10 non-virtuous activity is our wishing for the sufferings on our part.
Kanda Kain and Perja and Devu in Zan, then debuting Rajem Meba Chajay to the Meba Mebas Midavar.
So, for whatever result is forthcoming as a result of that activity, and so we named that on the voidness of upon the result as member without wish. That's part of
Tā
it.
rāng lō oma tēnchū yu lō lā tīndē rē. Tā yā chū tā shāma tsū chī gī na nā tā gu sōng shā lō tā mē tā sū chū rū gu tō lā shā yā tāng. Chā chē lē sōng tō shā tō mū tā tō mū mā yī mā nī nī shā gu rē tē tēnchū yu lō tō mū tī yō mā rē. Nā tā gu sōng lā bē nyā ngē lē dā bā tō bē tā bī shī gu nī bā mē bā mā tō tō mū nā tā gu sōng shā gu mā rē. Shāma tsū gu shā yō tū tsā mā mē bā lō tū chē tsā mā shī sī yā ndā gu member mevalem meja maimba pangja imbal chaja go ngendo sheba mambu ne goya mendo pesata ke sugore.
So now this is the way the great Prasangika Madhyamikams try to establish about the fact of the impermanent, the fact of the emptiness and those three doors, right? Three doors of the liberation. These are what we call three doors of liberation: signless, voidness, and the without wish. And as you saw, that where they are labeled. And otherwise, the Namtar Gosam, the three doors of liberation, in the lower schools of the Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist philosophical schools, in some they try to establish that
Ti junze di shea ibe, ti ma tu juma nge shea di shea mugu simba. Mugu di ma shea ma tu tungu chulu.
And those are 16, you know, on the 16 features of the Four Noble Truths, as you remember, 16 aspects, without impermanence and so on, the 16 features of the Noble Truth. And they try to establish the three doors of liberation along with those 16, or some on the Chaji lesson, which means that the action acted and the object upon which the action is done. And they try to establish the three doors of liberation along with that line, or some signless as dividing that into four and so on. So much into detail is just for as just a reference of its scope. I'm trying to say, so we do not need that in any lengthier discussion here.
Correct.
So I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say those. Because it will just confuse us, and so.
Chiji dungshi, medas juru, mamu sheja, truta shamatsu, ritali divachi. Tandi tanda, nurdiona nada gusungte, tomba nyere, tomba nyegumbe, tingezila sewa, chewa chuku kolam chidire. Josu tomba kondruwa sa, tegin konala, showa nada nyana meza soba, imako, chuku lansha goya, lao terang res, tating manzi.
So the three doors of liberation, that as it says, that cause and so on, the voidness being preceded. That's the, I'm just going the literal translation, okay? Being preceded by the cause and so on emptiness. The cause and so on, as so on includes now the signless and the without wish. And those we had done during with that mantra, you know, taking the Dharmakaya's path. At that meditation, we had those.
Chugulam chidires, Taniswa, Chugulam chidire. Jeza Manzo the Jusu Dumba Hundo was here, Nanju Jujina led one song your.
So now the this factor is also present in our 11 yoga, right? We do that during our practice on the taking of the Dharmakaya as on our path.
Dijaya. Ta Dumba Juba Dala Soba ni Insiadire.
Now the seventh one is it says here Juba as entry, Da as sound, and so on. The entry, sound, and so on.
Juba Dala Soba ni Chise Dube Jordan Bas, Juba Dala Soba de Maja Mige Dube Jurata Dembas, Teparu Sasan Jizum, Juba Dala Soba Siatire, Dumbati, Ange Dumbati. Oh yeah, Dumbati.
So seventh factor is, as it says, the following of the sound and so on to the duba as the gathering, until the gathering, just have them in bracket. It's and this follows a sequence. So now, where do we find that in our 11 yoga? The sound here, the sound, each derivative word in Sanskrit is the nanda.
Nanda siya Sanskrit ke nala dala kuguya zubla kuguya ni yore. Chesandi kedu chiba nanda la kugores.
So sound here is to be understood for the nanda. The nanda can be understood for two things. It could mean two things, either form or sound. But here for the sound.
Chedang dinjo ko la ina de dan ho thaji dubengal rangi se nande zopa shendo trawa naga neba jurus nanda reti tari nanda mesebe telen da se bam jene bangi zobare de doi zona imbala namba bangi ma bu jendo ne naga neba jurus ngol nanda yore de ola da se yore tele yore da se yore bam yore cheza dala soba soguna la da se tele kangale ur bangi dire bangi naga neba de badu longolam chidire. So
as it says, followed, the sound and song. The sound I explained that meant that nanda or that squiggle, right, on top. In the Hiruka practice, that you have just the nanda, whereas in this practice we have nanda and that ball and then that saucer, or the crescent moon, and the silver little palm. So complete, that complete, so that whole complete set, as it says, sound and so forth. So forth includes all of them. And
Kanchingla ma shulu ya dire sanje yung jang se kama gu sholen samba te chen pema de dawe su shu jo odin juba da shuba chore.
So that formation of that syllable letter from the bliss and void appearing in the form of syllable letter palm, we hold the Sambhogakaya, right? And then that, as it says here, just before, followed or the entry by sound and so forth. That entry. Now that syllable letter palm in as if in form of taking a birth, then entered into that moon and syllable letters, right? So that's what's meant by entry here in this root text.
Kasada che shea de kuzu nungu yorwa, gongu yorwa, chedan ngirwa. So de do image show na den jadan baza suba imako satonye goya de josu tomba khonro che. Ta tomba nye de ngani de da chu de do tawa thanje de tomba nye le rang sen de dum zuna imba pa ima ba chen de na kha ne ba churus pa i na kha ne ba de juba dal suba che. Nanda che. Tan juba se de tombe ngale chunjung gu so somen ha ji bangi de de shu juba che ya tele sa song de ko song da oh yeah.
So now since you do the practice by yourself, now it becomes real clear, like with Shuanata, with that mantra, along with that mantra, you set in a contemplation of the great emptiness and bliss, right? And from within the state of that emptiness of bliss and void, that mind itself in the form of the visual form of syllable palm, you appeared, that is the sound, right here, sound, as we said. Now it's entry of that complete syllable palm into this moon disk and circle of the mantra. Now that is the entry, right? So you all have meditated on that, and that all of these has been explained already. I hope you all know.
Tā pāñi mā shū tsā nē, tē gōngyā tēndē yinpā, pāñi dāyā shū, pāñi ngā rā tā chē wā dā wā sē chū, kō tē chū, nē chū, tam chē tō chū, nē chū bā rā shē tū chē nē, tsū ndū yu sē, tsū dū yinpā. Yuwa, tsū dū. Tēnā bē, kāngā lō tsū dū nē, pāñi ngā rā dā wā tā chē wā dā tsū dū bā rā wā. Hō tē, chī sē dū bē jū tēn bā sē tē rē.
So, now after they enter the syllable palm inside this, in the center of this, the mantra, circle the mantra on the moon disc, then you glow or you emanated forth immense light which touches and transforms all the worldly and trans-worldly phenomena and beings, and bring them back or gather them all back into the syllable circular mantra and transform into a ball of light, right? So that's what it meant by until gather. You got the word gather there, haven't you? Gather. So that's the what it's meant by gather.
Tā kāngā sū dū nē, ō chī gōmbū chī tu chū nē, nān chū mē tēn tā tēn bē chū ngō yōng zō lē yīmbā rā wā, yīmbā, ō yā, tā tē mā lē sā rē bō rē, bāng dī gu mā rē, tē nyē chū shī tē ngō tāng tā kā bā yō yō lā, tā tsē wā rē. Tā gō bā dū zī cīng jē, nyāng yēn dē dō gō, dū zī cīng jē, ō yā, dū zī cīng jē jī tē nyē dē kā rē sā na, dū zī cīng jē tē wā nā chū rē. Om Sabdar Mazan, Mausa, Red, Tsuni, Chichu, Nanchu, Sangchu, no Tekona, Chevakangadi is hungry.
So, as you know, that our gathering of all of them back into that circular mantra and palm, then you transform yourself instantaneously into a ball of light and into the complete version of the venerable deity. And so these 14 factors which we are going over here, now this is gather, what it says here, gather. So you'll find that if you look here and there, you'll find all 14 of them inside our sadhana. Now next it says being satiated or being fully fulfilled by the nectar. Now fulfilled by the nectar, as you remember, the enjoyment of the nectar or tasting the nectar, and also the making of the external, internal, secret and suchness offering and so on. That is this factor. And also later we make the dharma offering that will also belong under this section titled as satisfying with nectar. Satisfying with nectar. And a yoga of the tasting the nectar that will also belong under the section of the satisfying with nectar. So now the next factor or the thingy says that Nyangen de or the nirvana or the beyond suffering. The beyond suffering. Now the beyond suffering or the nirvana here meant the inconceivable yoga. Inconceivable, sorry.
신주대베 본봉가다 감주 감시다 본부 본봉가다 나시 주다 강가수 뒤에네 신우거래. 내가 나시 간데 사도 녀도 제원디베 도저 송고 강가수 뒤에네 후일에도 동바정거래. 대지바요래. 냥엔데서야디 드림 삼미쳐들. 삼미쳐 통모도 통모 많이 봐니요래.
So now this nyangende or the beyond suffering or the nirvana. So just as when we die, as all the five consciousness, the four elements and so on, they gather, right? They gather and they merge into the later, and we pass. In the same way, also that in the inconceivable yoga, that we gather they all into oneself, so that's why it is called beyond suffering. So now the 10th inconceivable yoga, common inconceivable yoga, now that belongs under the section of the beyond suffering, or title as 114. Now 11th factor of the Tini is Lakbe Choba, the hand puja. So it has two types of the hand puja, or hand offering, one of the Heruka and one of the Vajra Yogini. So though it directly, explicitly, though it says hand puja, but implicit is that that we should keep our commitments and pledges pure. Also it explains, or as also it leads for the left mannerism, or the Yumbe Kunju, the behavior, to start with left, and amongst all the behaviors of the left, the most prominent one is the hand puja. And so thus it also includes the sleeping yoga and awakening yoga.
Oh yeah.
So thus all the yoga or the activity are included within this section. So now the Wangkuwa, initiation, the 12th, it says initiation. Now initiation is of two, that is the to initiate, to make a candidate worthy of practice or meditation, and to initiate a person to meditate on the liberating path. And that is those two initiation of the Charasamara and Sindhura Mandala blessings you have received. And also you are converting yourself initiation in sadhana and adorning yourself with the head of the family, that also belongs under this section. So after doing a proper practice of the required retreats and proper practices and so on, then you can seat yourself on a high throne and pass on the initiations to your disciple, like to make your disciple suitable for the practice of the developing stages by giving the initiation of the Heruka and so on, and also like making them worthy or proper candidate for the practice of the Chalam or the liberating path, and giving the blessings of the Sindhur Mandala of this Naljuma practice. Not only you can initiate your own disciples, you can even initiate or influence even your deities. When you do grand consecrations, those times you do not only take the initiation upon yourself, you do not only self-initiate, but you also confer the initiation on the deity when you do the consecration, the grand consecrations.
다제 탈 이시바 제정 차데 온구지도 요바 온라 내조 제정 랑게 온 랑라 온구지데제 대 온구기 티니리.
And at the end of the Daki, as you do remember that you received entire deities of the mandala, and then you confer yourself initiations, and then have the head of family sitting on the crown of your head, that is also belong to the section of the initiation.
쇼게 야랑 추제베 고두 야 온구 나신게 온라 제정 추게 nenjoyoro 대 온구기 티니리.
And in the mornings when you do the wash-ups, that you invoke the initiation conferring deities, and you receive the ablution from them, and that too also belong under this section.
다 거사 라베초바 온구로 니송 온구로 니송 중니 니송 다 주송바 고차 침부 양다송.
So now we had 12, don't you? You have the 12. Now the 13th one, as it says, protect your great armaments.
고차 침부 양다송 세야디 대와 온방마부 니가 한 양우부 시제 고샤고야 되레.
So now that is the protection with the great armaments. That is when you armor yourself with those liberators at your 6 places.
nenjoge 거래는 고차 침부 창어 제 송요. nenjo마라 고차당 창어 니요. 창어스 수마스야 더상게 되레.
And in the Techo practice, we have the armor, the great armor, and samga, that mantra on Sumban, so on. And whereas in Naljama, we have the adorning ourselves with the armor and the mantra, that samga, that Sumban.
나나 건지 쳐봐. 설마에 나나 건지 쳐봐. 자, 설마.
나도 나는 건지 쳐보자.
나나 건지 쳐봐. 자, 주지봐. 대니 주지봐. 나나 건지 쳐봐대. 나한테다 얘네니. 나한테 퉁그 가던데야 돼. 하고 쳐버려. 얘네 제는 한데야 돼. 하지 쳐버려. 공진도 버대 하지 쳐버려.
So the 14th Tini or the factor. Now as it says that offer with all the mantras. Now offer with old mantra meant, for instance, your verbal recitation, that is also making offering with the mantra, your mental recitation, and so are those 8 lines. Prayer of the 8 lines, Kangye, and that is also the making offering of the mantras.
다 드니 주지 창송아 가서 낮에 예배되라. 내주 주지 창도고 드니 주지 창도고 어야. 낮에 배 고야 참원성대 낮에 예배 대신년한테 야슈지래.
So now when you check through your long sadhana, now you did find that it includes or it encompasses all these 14 factors, right? You found that all these 14 factors or thingies are present in your sadhana. And also you found that it does encompass or cover all the 11 yogas. So this Techin Yelam, the speedy path for the great bliss, named after a speedy path for the great bliss. This sadhana is a great, wonderful one. Now there's another sadhana which is only about 6 pages. That has all the 11 yogas, but does not have the all 14 thingies or the factors. Now this shortest one, which has only one page,
Tila Nanjo Juji Sanyo Mari.
that does not even have the complete 11 yogas.
Wada the Chunani, Java de Atuta, Timato and Rimba Nogone Kameri. Do it in Donata, Sagoya and Devachiagi, Melachiagi, Guicho Amado, Nanjo Juji Sayagi, Yang, Tumu Mamuchi Songi Mari.
So it best that please try to say the longest sadhana, since that includes every one of these without missing any, and if not, the middle, and then a small one, that just fulfills one's meditation of the deity and the recitation of the mantra.
That Hindribaja. Takasi Nanju Juji Nani Mande Yende Nichi, Yande Yeni Shetari. That's some Michetan, Jolani Shejudeor. Gubangande Yeni Shetarivana.
So, out of the 11 yogas, we discussed about the mental and verbal recitations yesterday. Now, the remaining are the inconceivable yoga and
that's some Michel. Some Michel Tomoto Tomo Maiba Niri.
So now the inconceivable yoga is easy. It is of two kinds, that common and uncommon.
Tomo to Jendi go the Chedia Durim Diri.
So common is the adurim, or how we gather everything into yourself.
Then Gande Yende Gigola, Luigi de Salomata Yushayona, Durin Chekala, Luigi de set up, Luigi set up, Ninge, Tasonju Sudunti.
So that if you haven't been visualizing on the body mandala during your recitation, then again that clear up, envision the body mandala again back here, bring them back on focus.
That Zomo, Luigi Sodung, Zomo, Zomo Toga Pangi, Tizimul, Ozemabu Badu Mevashuni, Ozemabu give Nakatajo to do Kamsun Tamjil Bachap.
Now from the heart of the at the heart of the principal deity, that out of 37 principal deity at center, at her heart we have slivered the palm, and from the tip of that palm then you send forth immense light which fills the entire length of the space itself.
Ta Zume Kante Zokan Lolo Yube on the Tony, using a Jimen Giore. Zume Nal Zume Yinza, Zume Jole and Rukenso, Nagaralchi de Amato, such a Lumabe Lolo in Rumugusia Giore. Loma come de Beshingam, such a Lolo Mene, Kaza Lolo Yore. Zume Kaza Kaka Yore. Ta Kanta Imbe, Uzem of the Consul Lavacha, Zume Kamge, no, that no, the Jusine, no. Zomekana, Zuzawin the Meva Sijamare, Zomekana, Semi years had Meva, Simgushimbe long yore. Long years had Meva Zuyore, Zutamuyore. Kalu, the Nubinezula. Oda Kandari Zomekan with Sinjam Anguyore, Zomekan Naet Nakate, Najite, Giame, Sisje, Zome Rigiore. The Negibe Nurta, that Nurgibe Jite, such a town. Shingam Manaya, Zuma Rigila Nebe Sinjensu, Pokam Jiche, Meiji Pumbuji, Pum Lasobakan, Zuma Kanga Dubakan, but Jose Hubu Navachantage, so Timne, Rangi Kaya, Demba Yajav, Turtle, so watching Chilatim.
So now then the formless lamp, right, by sending forth light to entire 10 direction. Now formless lamp, there's a discussion saying that since there's in the formless realm, there's no form as such, so no special abode for them is necessary. That once a person is to be born in formless realm, they take their birth right on that spot, because they do not.
Kansung Tanje Chap, Zome Kanzum, Legidoji Chala Tim Stiri.
So we do not need to go any further, they say, but since it is without form, but since they have a mind, subtle mind, and wherever there's mind, we do know that there's a carrier wind which has form, right? Carrier wind with it, so which is form, and also the formless realm is of four kind, that is extensive like space, extensive like consciousness, nothingness, and tip of the worldly existence, and so on. So all of the formless realm in the form of dark blue color, that and therefore four later aggregates and so on. Every one of them in a dark blue color absorbs into your upper part of your body in the form of blue color and fills up to your neck.
That's Zokan la Neri Chudun Yori, Tangshu Dubdi. Zokan Gebe Ne, Nene Yatsin Rugin, Ne Tambo Sande Tambo Netiri, Sande Tambo la Ne, Tangshu Sun Yori.
So, Sukham, or the form realm, the realm of the form, now that has about the 17 abodes, 17 abodes of the levels. And if you start from the bottom to the top, the first one, that in the first samadhi, now it has 3 levels. First samadhi, it has 3 levels.
Ne Tao Niki Paru Tarimbu Shibu Yori, Chazane Lebe, Zabuli Jata Sosik Jachumu Yori, Ne Ka Tangshu Sun Yori, Changri, Changchen, Chamba Nunandu Sunche.
So now the first samadhi that has 3 abodes and one above another, that distance between the two, which could hold the thousands of the world in between, and those 3 are like, for instance, Tsangri, the family of the Brahma. So now if you can name them, it's all right. You could just say there are 3 levels in the first samadhi, and also in second samadhi there are 3 levels or the abodes.
Shedu Tonga Chano Nova Sumuche, Michel Medon Shan Tochano, Nezangari, Ali Domu Sumbutil Garsa, Teme Sunachi, Teme Debuche Sunre, Cheza Ne, Sande Jignelia, Tansho Sun Suje, Ne Juni, and the Suju Yori. Taigato, Nezong Sjenio, Mayori, Michel Medova, Shedu Tonga, Chano Nova, or Mays Mayori. The Sanjay Shin woman go to go with Timari, the nays of Zuka, Tangshu, Judu. So what I tell you about Simje, Ne, Susu Jay Conta, Lumbo Kora Tanjava, Samalo, Mabu number Shuyune, was a Mabu number Suranga Luigi Parlatim Mijo, Zuka was a Mabu number Baji Chalatim, they were in Dreamer Porul Timuri, they were in Dreamer Baja, Zugul Tutim. Oh, yeah.
So now the third level, third samadhi, that has also 3 abodes, one above another, which we may not name, and because we may not be able to just remember the names. And whereas the fourth samadhi, that has the 8 abodes, but the first 3 are the for the ordinary sentient beings, whereas the later 5 are the exclusive for the Aryas. And all the form realm, they all dissolve into red light, and in a very glowy red color that they absorb into the middle part of your body.
Then the come thing what? The come de la, je chu uje ma jeva, nyawa name ni ya jeva. To what is my job? What did I just say? Je chu uje chuga, gade, tabje, sunju za sun, the ji sama sun. Jashe riji ore, che, de la ri chu yore, dema de je chu uje. Te ola chugare, te ola gadere, te ola sunju za sunre. Tabjere, te so ganga nakazang yayo. Sunju za sunre ro gizele yore. Tene zero geba o mege jashe rije lane tang shui che ne chu yore. De la ri chu chi ya, mi da mo go che da.
So now there are the desire which we can say counting down from Shinju Wan, which is top to the hell without respite.
That dema mi ne de la chicken ling shi ling chen zhong ni che, ling chen jie che zhong ni che.
Hell without respite, and in the desire realm, the celestial beings abode in the desire, celestial beings of the desire realm that itself has six abodes amongst themselves, and the least one is right above the top of the Mount Meru, and amongst the humans there are 4 continents and 4 continents and 8 islands. That makes 12.
Da riro ge chega yaja de chega ma wo chusan no be gro khobe no lu shel ma sama ye ge ne ji.
And the Mount Meru itself, which is half merged down into the ocean and half on the top, and in between there's place for the Asuras.
Then the old ma chicken tundru ne de limbaril payor, limbaril mobanal, tundru lingin so be shirag tarim buchen, niman dawag masel nagun, tundru kangan rusam me, mata gichwe ne abung shabanu, tundru in the yuchig yor, yeah.
And the place for the animals, especially in the very dark ocean, that the magnitude of their number, that which is so crowded, there's hardly even any space for move. And even below them, there are abode or the places for the predators, were as many as 36 of the number.
And
in the hell realm, there are great 8 hot hells and 8 cold hells.
Then the Kang Yonso Zobade was a carbon number so tingure. There's a Kangalobe, Sinja Jigo Mari, Rita, Sadan, Sodan. Yonzo was a carbon number shun so ting undu, Marazo Naju Magunjabe, Josagichi, Chunju and Sutingore. Woge Jude, Woge, Jijedan Tuse, Nazo Bema, the Nimejingo Tanchabayatene, Najumakuzu Chigo Javore. They make a chalting, they were Major Kuzulati, Jose Gabo. So
now they all the desire in the form of red light, they begin to dissolve into oneself. Now along with the one's Chunjung and even Chunjung and the sun and moon, so sun cushion and Maheshwara and the Tuisanma and so on, all of them dissolve into oneself. So now oneself appearing in the form of Neljuma, that too gets smaller inside and dissolves at the center of one's heart. Now the Chunjung at the center of heart dissolves into the moon disk at the heart. And that moon disk dissolves into the 32 deities.
Tete na lo ga la jil thing.
So the Chunjung dissolves into those 32 deities, and those 32 into those 4 at the center.
La jibu de zomu chi lu ji ga zomu la thing.
And those 4 deities into the main figure of the body mandala at the center.
Zomu yang su wo de shin korang tu ge chunju de la thing.
That main figure at the center, she too melts into light and dissolves into the Chunjung at her heart.
Chunju de te ji ge da we jing la thing.
The Chunjung dissolves into the moon disk at the center.
Da wa te ti ge kha yi ge song ju sun yi de la thing on so ma.
The moon disk dissolves into the 32 3-syllable letter Om mantra.
Te ya ji ge ba wi de la thing.
And that they dissolve into the center figure, the syllable letter Pam.
Ba wi de wo ni ya rimbe thing na da ba de na da ya mi mi ba chen ta che me le dong sang de ro ne ani chu ju ko ngo yi sam bi de dong nga la nyam ri sha.
That Pam 2 gradually from the bottom and then absorb and merge into the finest of the squiggle of Nanda, and then and disappears into the state of the emptiness, and you contemplate on the Tetong or the bliss in the void for a while.
Le ji go me na ni che chu na jo ma chunju le tin chunju da wa le da wa na jo su ni yo ma ro da wa ma tin le tin han ji ba yi le tin ma do te paru ge chunju da na jo ma su ni je zo mu che yo ma re te ma do te be su su lu ji ma go ma yi na de yu ju re lu ji go yo ne da de she ba na je pe sha corona yo re ban de cho yo re sang lu te ya wu ji dong wa da de sam mi che ji ne jo de re.
So if you haven't meditated or if you haven't done the body mandala, then you need not have the dissolution of the moon disk, dissolution of that inner Chunjung into the Vajra Yogini, that part you don't need that. After you have dissolved yourself into the Chunjung, and then Chunjung into the moon disk, and moon disk starts into the syllable letter and the palm, and then you can just go. And it is very clear it's very clear in your sadhana, and if you follow that, you will be able to do it right. So this is the yoga of the inconceivable. The 11th is the yoga of the activity. It is of two, the actual activity and the parts of the activities.
Da tongba te ngani ka ke ya ma da tong sa sa me wala be na ka tongba la lo bur do tin so yu na je che ni na ka tin me le tin de ba na je che ni be ya da ke tongba te ngani tongba so na de dong so na rang do jin na ju ma ko do ma bu she ja yong su zo ge je jor su sa ma che.
So now the oneself, the actual activity, the yoga activity is that oneself in the state of the bliss and void, then there suddenly or instantaneously there appears the complete version of the Venerable Vajra Yogini, who is the appearance of the bliss and void. Tetong sungnam, tetong, the appearance of the bliss and void. And just like the sudden appearance of the cloud in this sky. So, Naljoma, that with the presence of or adorned by all the ornaments as explained earlier, but without the curved knife and skull cup in her hand.
jen chalo yung su zo ba jen yo la chasen me ba chasen kigi den jugu ke an jolang ge lega sama le jugu ti sho sama nya to ga ja sama ma de yo re ti.
So that as it says that they with old ornaments but they without implements, otherwise in your activities that you will have feel quite little uneasiness, since you wouldn't find a place to leave your curved knife when you need a hand to do some occupy with some other activities. So
yeah, trabachi jiji ge chi sho yin bo re jiji cha juru yo da cha gang ga cha sen yo ba cha juru cha sen yo ba chi je ko ya bu gong ge yo ba trabachi bu gu chu ju ze re shi da ya bu gong ge yo re da gong no ko cho lo do re na da sa ba yin za cho lo do me pigi tau son na ne ja le su je shu go ba sol ma su shu go cha gang ga cha sen yo za ta cha ja ta ke ya de cha de ga ri ke go ga ne je go de ko ma de ne.
So once a young monk, he had a teaching on the Yamintaka, and so during the teaching, then I think it looks he was a real good meditator. That he was meditating so hard, and Chikchi Yamintaka has 16 hands, and every one of them occupied with implements, right? So as he was a beginner monk, a novice, then as a service that whenever they serve the tea, the younger ones, they have to leave, take the turns to serve the tea. So he feeling very uncomfortable or uneasy since all his hands are occupied. So he approached his guru for help.
So
he said that when I go to the sok, or which means the services or gathering, and I have to take up the kettle in my hand. So with which hand should I carry the kettle? So Lama said that take care of the kettle by your bad hands. So he could So once you are into the deity of the activity, the yoga of the activity, then also you should again adorn yourself with the kocha or the armored goddesses. So that after dissolution of the or immersion of all the Vajra fence and so on, protection wheel, and between then and now, as one has set in a meditation on the equipoise on the emptiness, then one do not need a protection and a fortress to protect, since it says the protection of the emptiness is unexcelled. That is the best protection one could have. So please watch. Now this is what you do after you do the adorning of yourself with armaments, and with this mantra and snapping your finger twice on the right, on your east. And so when you snap your finger twice, the reason is that when you said that mantra, that it is laying the floor of the Vajra floor and Vajra fence of the east, and that is symbolized by the snapping of your finger twice.
Gyana be
This watch.
John's the wrong young entry. Newly shot the wood. On Gyana whom best.
North, which meant north, which meant to your left. Now you snap your finger once there.
Mari Tagishala, oh Mari Tingi, Doju Gularitan Shagi, Sungutiri. Tan Gyana Jongitiche, Gyana by on Sida, Nietzsche, Wodan, Nugi, Sungurtiche.
So to the east, when you snap your finger twice, revision that it is not the Vajra floor, but it is the top and the fence. And one snapping on your left, and then twice on your back, which takes care of the fence on your rear, fence, and the Vajra floor. So with this mantra, you snap your finger once to the south or towards your right.
Nola de Watch, shall Nietzsche Dingche. Tayan Samjibudi, Najuma Sunku Nobu on the Jenny, Yan Samjila, Yagur Jenny. On Sumatsuma, whom Gana, Anna Bangamaza, whom Pest Jenny, Samjila Yagurche, Chojila Yongurche, Sani Dongwade, Chojila Jiche, Sunku Nobu.
So now the snapping your finger twice in front, that took care of the roof or ceiling and roof, and the fence, and twice on the back, that took care of the walls on the back and the floor, and then doing it in a clockwise again, repeat the mantra twice as you find. Then that is accordance with the Vajra Yogini. They're taking the sungu or the protection wheel as in a circle. Then as to protect our corners, then we do it in a clockwise too. So twice, we repeat that twice. So in short, try to think that you have the all complete sungur, the protection circle, that Vajra wall, the top, the floor, and then outside there's flame, and the flame circle, the flame, and inside the flame you have the shooting arrows all over, and try to think that you have a huge circle of the protection wheel around you.
So
we need not talk much about the protection wheel. This will be adequate.
That need to that they can turn Jesung, then they can, Tanda Tuyamaso Parula, and be Jolang Gala, Tugi Gonga Saludon with Jolang Lake, Jolang Hojago, turn some. Turn on the salon, turns out by me going to could be Majeva no betty la. Young to Jig de Yazasukache, young to dress out by me going to Lajana, Yarji Sani Yomari, turns on Gates.
So now we should really try to do our proper activities during our in-between sessions. That activity is important, and it is suggested or it is said that we should take the in-between sessions more importance than the session itself, that we should be more meticulous during the in-between session than during the session, or give more importance, because otherwise if we behave recklessly or just act loose during our session, then whatever we built up during the session we knock it down during the in-between session. So if we carry on such a manner, that we wouldn't see much improvement in ourselves at all.
다 통상의 조람들라 마지 마요 나가가 대세세 제거리 알링해라 조순레 가와순 스그리 칠수순 스그리 야.
So the manner during the tunsam or tun or the session, so in between the session or post session, that is, they say 5 but 3, 5 or 3. So those 3 are what we call 3 joys or the 3 attitudes.
가나고이 철소스죠. 류지가와 고이가와 아스지버리 가나고이 철소. 다다 송기 철소. 전도 투지 철소스 뒤정용다 미들. 양들의 미들 고이 가와 송기 가와 투지 가와 스캔 요리. 비셔나래 요리. 가르스즈리.
So those 3 attitudes, or whatever appears, having attitude that being as divine, and whatever one hears, attitude of that as the speech, and whatever thought, the attitude of that as the being of tuk, or the being the mind. And also a joy, that is in terms of joy, that the joy of the body, joy of the speech, and joy of the mind.
특성섭에 너긴지된 거를 통하는데 사자기를 통딜 간대로 지내베 강통어데 난주면 두기 실내 주베 춘중이 삼바르체 세제 순다지 통내베 될라 너자도 공주 맞아버지 순다지 통주네 너지 내주 뭔가이 삼바체는 어디 꾸이가 와서 그래.
So
통세 꾸이 철수세 강가빙 통세가 고대야 캐샤버려. 꾸이 철수.
So during the session, post session, whatever we see, the whatever place, whether it looks desirable or adorable or unadorable, whatever, that to look at every one of them as the environment or the chunjung of the or the appearance or wisdom of the great Vajra Yogini, and whatever beings you see, to see them or receive them as Vajra Yogini, and without having any sense or without harboring any hatred or the longing desire or passion and so on, but instead share the attitude of that person or being as being Vajra Yogini. That's what we call the Kui Kyeso, to have the attitude of that being, all this being the Kaya body.
Then I'm going to two about Telabeke, Kandaji Tuna, Da, Medra Chuda Lungda. I mean, get a lot of the Joja, you can't give a jet, don't show social goes and sing Yamado, say Yagodo, say Nyambudo, Dainebe, Dan Yambudo, Minyambudo, Kandado, which you coin, I'm going to Kose, would be Jason. Nanjame sungu naru onsome randangi so musad bedere onsome danglo dagdu sambarvje onsome randangi bebe sungu mo nanjame sungre sambarvje sung onsome randang la kendu yade dada sungi chersu jevar.
So whatever sound we hear, like for instance whether anything complimentary or non-complimentary, or anything we hear outside, like the sounds like the kill, the knock him down or hit, or whatever, nasty or good or bad, that to be able to take that as the sound of the 3-syllable mantra, that Om Suma, the 3-syllable Om mantra, and to be able to conceive of that sound as the mantra. That is the whatever sound, screaming, or the low good melody, or everything in the sense of, in the way of being the mantra of the Vajra Yogini, that is the Sunga Kyeso, or the attitude we have, way we take the speech.
That's similar Kari Tengayuna, Be Kondro, Decha, Shedang, Deva, Nenju, Chanshu Sim. Yani, Kandabi Sanlo Koyungu, Ransing Wenzabata, Sanlo Niji Koshan, the Jizan, 2 in Sambaro. But Gento Zongi, Karchuna, Najuma 2 in Sambaro Chene, Jizan Najuma 2 le Mavachene, 2 le Chegore. Gento 2 Chisu, or did it.
So, the whatever mind we find, a state of mind we find, or whatever state of mind we discover ourselves, like either being in a strong passion or desire or hatred, or other like the very positive interests or strong renunciation, bodhicitta, and so on. Whatever we apprehend ourselves in, or whatever we recognize our thought at the state of, that all those, the mind, joy of the speech and joy of the mind, and also there's named after 3 attitudes, and which is the one of the most important quality or the important attitudes we should try to have.
That Jolanga Nanjo Yala de la Kaze Nanjo is Jewel. Saurba Sayagi could do some Zadun Jedu Salto Jigje. So
now the Yanla or the other parts of the yoga of the activity. First is the food and drinks.
Chiru Choba
and Chiru Choba offering. External offering, for instance, making top offering, that also belongs under the section of the Chiru Choba. And third, the yoga of the 5 puja. And the top offering of the tents. And yoga of the Dharma. And these are the 5 prominent ones.
Naruchuru Yabuja share Nani, she's on the dog Gogi, the Jeremy Ichi from the Long Delmore. Tedanyan Nanson Chi, the Charlie Shavore. Shogaya Sodun de Dotoya Savitella Naruchuru Jurim, Nanson and Zeshavachur, Tindamore. And telling on the Nanson Chi Niomare. Jurin Laju Sunde Niomare. Then Naruchuru Koran Picha Shavina. Me Naruchuru be Mozenda ya touch Jeremiah Song the already Naruchuru Gong Dinjo Zorina Dad Gong Hendo Zoringi Landebre, Lamberja Chiri, Zoringola, Pondunjiri. Maji Sherry was on the Yodi, Ketos in this turns of energy, Yanik, Mendo or somebody which do, Cassini, Tree, sheets up with Yevo Goyosigi. Tayan Naruchuru Gogundu, the you shall know the way you go in a you shall not Nimatrich till Mayuna Mayu shed on the shed, Naruchuru, Tasajamadun, the Chinozo, Nego Gula Pemato, the Toson Sea Yongre, or the Larucia.
So now every one of those 5 are very important. Those 5 that I can't say which is more, every one of them are very important, and we need to know a little bit about all of them very well. And I was approached, earlier I was told I need a very extensive teachings on the Vajra Yogini, but again I'm told that we need a teaching on the 6 yogas of Naropa as well. And I don't know, that we seem to be quite crushed or quite short of time. But since you have requested, I will give you the teaching on 6 yoga of Naropa, but we do not have the text by Naksang that text by Naksang, and which to the Nishi lie Lama Tudinishi, he has it, but we didn't borrow that from him. It was just a copy. There's somebody copy, hand copy, and which was not too clear, but that is the text we need to follow. And also we have to give the transmission of the Yichi Sundem by Great Tsongkhapa, which, and also we need the lineage prayer by Naktsang, and we do not have any one of them. And but just to count for you to say I have received teaching, and we can go over it. But main thing, is that Naruchudu, the 6 yogas of Narupa, when this teaching is offered, that has to be offered along with the Zogrim, or the completing stages of the Heruka, because it is a supplementary to the Zogrim practice of the Heruka. So they two have to be joined together, and as a supplementary to the Zogrim practice of the Heruka, that has to be given. So as for you to have a count on your list of teachings you obtained, and I may give some on it, So, and otherwise that now as it seems that you all seem to tell me that we need a teaching on 6 yoga of Narupa, it looks like you do not need that extensive teaching on this one. So if I do not need to give too much teaching, then it is good for me too. I can tan in sun.
Tandela Kecha China, Tando, Jolam Dieti to John Lagachia in the Gome Jigse. Ta Ondo Lamji Rimba Diva Siati, Guachaya Chigre, Tichigo.
So, these yogas of the LM yoga, yoga with activity, that we really need it clear, and also full understanding to be able to incorporate every one of the activity we mentioned onto our path, that how we consolidate that our day-to-day activity onto a path or the practices.
Sendo Longale Dumuchin, Longale Dumudu de la Diamba, Druba, Leisure, Yonzo Yore, Longale Druke Yujumare, Teramashena Ozi in Rosangi.
So now in the practice of the Sindu Langali trunk, I think you have trunk of the Langali and Sindu powder inside it, that to accomplish it, that as it requires Nyemba, the old full retreat, and Tuba. And Tuba, that is the intense. Tuba is again more like retreat, okay? The Nyemba is making once suitable through a retreat, then again additional retreats, then leisure, that is the again, leisure means le as the action, jor as application to all different kinds of activities, and then the acquiring the right materials and so on. That I don't think anyone is going to do that. So if I don't teach on it, shouldn't be too bad.
Sauma Chia de Yusha, Chua de Najuma Rangi Zorin, Chia de Yayun Tumu Zorin, Cheza de la Sachi in the Sunran Re, Tedanya de la Chuna Karsugre. Naruchudu Chuna, and the Digimero Sandi Inebe, de Talio Tagi.
So now the Zogrim practice, that as I told you earlier, is 2 types, the major Zogrim and minor Zogrim. The major Zogrim is that interlinked with that Zogrim of the Heruka, and whereas the minor one is of the exclusive of this practice, and it has a table of content. As a table of content, it falls under 3 sections. So minor Zogrim. And I'll see how far we can get, and then with the 6 yogas of Naropa, and I'll check with the time, how much time we have.
And
there's yoga of the poor or the transference of consciousness, or let's use term poor now on. So poor, yoga of the poor, and that is also one of the important parts. When we get back this afternoon for afternoon session, first I will orient you into the long sadhana. Long sadhana prayer. So first we will begin our next session, that first introduction into the prayer, the long prayer, and then we will discuss the remaining yoga of the activity.
Oh yeah.